Welcome back to Wicked Inc. Originals, your Saturday night refuge for original horror stories. Tonight, the terror isn't born from ghosts or monsters, but from something far more unsettling, the feeling that you're being watched, that somewhere beyond the firelight, eyes are fixed on you. Silent, patient, waiting. Tonight's story. Someone's out there. The forest around us was a cathedral of shadows. Towering pines stretched their skeletal fingers toward the ink-black sky, their needles whispering secrets with every slow sway in the chill night breeze. The campfire between us crackled and popped, its warm glow throwing wild, jittery shapes against the trees. The scent of smoldering pine bark mixed with the damp earth and a faint tang of cold smoke filled the air, a smell both comforting and alien in the deep woods. We were 5, me, Jess, Matt, Sarah, and Tom. Friends who'd sought refuge from city lights, from the constant buzz of screens, and from the pressing weight of daily life. The woods promised silence, but silence, as we were about to learn, is never empty. Jess circled the fire, her voice low and hypnotic, pulling us in. And just when you think you're safe, she said, eyes reflecting flames, that's when the eyes show up. Red, burning, watching. They don't blink, they never look away. Matt snorted but couldn't hide the flicker of unease in his eyes. Campfire stories, he said, voice rough, nothing but old wives' tales. Sarah pulled her jacket tighter around her, though no one else seemed cold. There's something about this place, she murmured. Her words hung in the air, fragile and unsteady. The fire's warmth was a fragile bubble around us. Outside its reach, the forest was a void of black and silence, dense and impenetrable. Then the night seemed to still even further. The usual chorus of crickets and frogs vanished, swallowed by the oppressive quiet. Only the crackling fire remained, sharp and solitary. A twig snapped somewhere to our right. A sudden sharp noise, breaking the stillness like a warning. We all froze. Heads turned toward the dark tree line, eyes wide, searching. Another snap. Closer. A soft, barely audible rustling of dry leaves. My skin prickled, cold sweat breaking across my back despite the fire's warmth. I reached for my flashlight and swept the beam cautiously over the tree line. At first, nothing. Just black. Then, movement. A flicker. A figure. Tall, unmoving, cloaked in darkness. No features visible. No sound. Only the faintest silhouette, a shadow almost blending into the night. Sarah's breath hitched. A sharp, quick inhale. Matt swallowed hard, voice tight. Who's out there? Jess's hand trembled slightly as she pointed toward the figure. I see it, she whispered. Someone's watching us. The figure stayed still, eyes unblinking, if eyes they had, fixed on us like a predator sizing up prey. Then, with impossible silence, it shifted. Not a step, just a subtle movement, a tilt of a head, or a slow, deliberate lean closer into the darkness beyond the firelight. A faint shimmer, like heat waves distorting the air, flickered around its outline. The fire seemed to shrink, as if shrinking away from the figure's cold presence. We pulled together, backs pressed close, the firelight no longer reassuring but a fragile barrier between us and the watching darkness. The scents changed. Damp earth gave way to the acrid tang of fear, sharp and metallic in the back of my throat. A soft wind swept through the trees, carrying with it a faint, almost imperceptible scent. Smoke? Or something else, something old and unsettling, like burnt leaves mixed with the iron scent of blood. Time stretched. Minutes crawled by with torturous slowness. The figure remained, patient, silent, watching. Then it vanished, swallowed by the forest like a shadow sliding beneath a door. We tried to laugh it off, hollow and brittle, but no one fooled themselves. Later, long after the fire had shrunk to glowing embers and we'd retreated to our tents, the woods tightened around us like a living thing. Silence thickened. Then footsteps. Soft measured. Circling the camp. Each crunch of leaves and twig underfoot scraped at our nerves, louder than thunder in the still night. Outside my tent, I pressed my ear to the thin fabric, heart hammering in my chest. The footsteps stopped. A pause. Then a slow scraping noise, like nails dragged across bark. Then footsteps moved away, fading into the distance like a nightmare retreating but not gone. At dawn, Matt found deep, heavy boot prints pressed into the muddy earth near the fire. Next to them, crudely carved into the dirt, a message. I'm still watching. We packed in silence, dread weighing heavier than our backpacks. But even now, sometimes, when the night falls quiet and the shadows lengthen, I swear I hear those footsteps. Waiting, watching. Thank you for listening to Wicked Ink Originals. If you survived tonight's story, please like, subscribe, and share with fellow brave souls. Until next Saturday, keep your fires burning and your senses sharp.